1. Masculinity. Is masculinity only a label for a group of characteristics that men claim? The motivation to properly defend his rights and keep a lady in her space. The urge a man has to construct, hunt, and conquer. God filtered it via Adam, and we the sons have actually filtered it through video games into our own little worlds. Build hunter-conqueror patterns where we can. Now, masculinity only becomes possessive and poisonous when males impose their masculinity on others in an effort to keep control of a relationship. In either scenario, that is neither healthy nor authentic masculinity. It's uncertainty. Leveling the mind is required. For women, a man's masculinity is defined as his ability to protect, love, lead, and maintain order. And it is the most fundamental aspect of their motivation, which draws them to us. It keeps them in line in terms of boundaries, which eventually keeps the kids in line and maintains order in the home. If he wants to achieve that. 2. Communication. Usual, yet it has been demonstrated that if you don't communicate with women, things go wrong. Men tend to be more instinctual, whilst women are generally more intuitive. Additionally, communication problems make matters even worse. How? By not being a one-person activity, a dialogue. Basically, it means to listen to her vent without interrupting. Know when to interject, and same to you, females. Why listen? Social interaction. Similar to how most men require physical sex, most women need this. Being her linguistic target while she talks about her problems is not the objective of listening. The point is to pay attentively. Similar to massages, it is focused. Women's social demands are satisfied through attention. If you get that, it will be easier for you to comprehend why the majority of them wish to talk so much at home. They need your focus. She pays attention when he complains. In conclusion, you stand out if you know how to conduct a discussion, a disagreement, or when to avoid both. When you allow a social engagement to flow naturally, you have charisma. The most crucial realization is that you don't have to talk to someone just because you're in close proximity to them. You wouldn't believe how many people worry about it. No one is born with nice looks. Don't be mistaken, sex appeal is the motivating factor, but if you care, don't let it or a lack of it stop you from giving more. The same to you women. 3. Honesty. It's customary for males to tell lies to women in order to protect their delicate delicacy and exorbitantly sensitive sentiments. However, if you, a manly guy, don't give a damn and are honest, then you shouldn't dump bombs on her just because you can. Use discretion, quiet, sarcasm, good timing, or whatever else works. You could encounter resistance and attitude from women, but you will still stand out from the majority of guys, particularly if they later reflect on you once they have calmed down. And some women, if not the majority, will appreciate you for it. Even if they occasionally push you, women distinguish men from boys by testing them. Be amused by it, ignore it, or don't despise them for it. The same applies to you, ladies. Not all women who appear the part are worth your time. Women will thus have no expectations of you and, more significantly, you will have no tolerance for them. 4. Confidence. This one should go without saying, but no woman of means likes a guy they can stomp all over. If they can, however, they will ignore you or do so without hesitation. A strong, morally upright, self-assured guy understands that respect must be earned and that no woman should, in the end, be treated with deference simply because she is a woman. She is not owed your whole universe just because she switched on your hormones. Sadly, because of social indoctrination, some women will be confused by this, but whether they do or not is up to them. In any case, it's not your issue. A prevalent expectation among women is that guys will be humorous, but you don't have to be, just be yourself. You don't have to be funny. Either she will join in or move aside. Being confident means he won't let either circumstance or the woman's decision change how he feels about himself. And if what women do see is so important to you, that is what they see. It's also typical for women to dial out of a man when they become tired of him. Also men. This is a result of the interaction relationship's flimsy underpinnings, which affect everyone who isn't blind. As is to be anticipated, the first thing that people notice about us is the mask that has been painted or covered in order to sell ourselves to those who care to look at us. As a result, when you become accustomed to them, live with them, and eventually marry them, you realize that your projection of them was inaccurate. That is only one of many causes of divorce and infidelity. Because of this, being honest is crucial. Both of you are high on hormones and chemicals at this point. Boredom doesn't set in until things quiet down and you can truly think. And after the marriage is often when things quiet down. To elaborate, a confident guy understands that it is better to be himself and show little interest in what she may believe she wants than to use energy trying to please or amuse her. Never enter into a relationship believing that only men can truly understand what it means for women to be happy. Happy marriage, happy life is a blatant falsehood. Divert your attention from it. Determine the cause of the problem if you and your partner can't be pleased. It shouldn't simply be her or you attempting, though. Period. In contrast, guys with confidence and initiative who can show a woman a good time will capture her attention. The same is true for women toward men. Sadly, this is not a standard they are normally held to, and you are still expected to begin everything, which is an embarrassment. Confidence comes from valuing your own worth as a guy above a woman's needs and expectations. 5. Resources. This group's most noticeable component. The street rat could have success meeting the princess in Aladdin. And no, you aren't all gold miners. Rather, you are all looking for items that you or some of your children can utilize. You are both a woman and a person. Hence, you are not a fool. Resources make life easier for you and less difficult for a potential child, which is why you do what you do. Motherly instincts. It's more about what comes after you than it is about you, even if you are unaware of it or if you desire that. One of the most fundamental female human tendencies from the beginning of time is the tendency for the normal woman with resources of her own to use as leverage, attractive appearance and sex appeal without any ambitions of her own, to gravitate toward the guy with the greatest resources. Can I obtain it with what I have and who has the most stuff? Basics. Apart from your exclusions, ladies who are too ugly to entice a man. In the big scheme of things, nothing has changed except for the rare brains and beauty combination with ambitions that do not include a guy at all, lesbians, asexuals, the ladies who connect with man-children, monks, etc.